Okay. So this is gonna be like a normal like edition now. I've just filmed this in ASMR style of tapping on books under Pearl ASMR. But I went through my books recently and got rid of all the ones I'd no longer be interested in or didn't want. So this is kind of a book unhaul of everything that I'm getting rid of that because I've either picked up cheap or I don't have the other books to go with them. And the pile just goes back. So let me put these down. So the first book I'm gonna be letting go just because the Waterstone sent me another copy, and I did say about a giveaway, but because of the fact I don't have like enough interaction on BookTube yet, because I try and upload videos when I can, when I'm feeling okay or when I'm having good days. So because of that, I don't really have enough people to make a giveaway with. So I may have to donate this or see if I can get anything through Facebook Marketplace. But so I'm letting go of this copy that is brand new in pristine condition just because I don't need two copies of the same book. This is Vamps by Nicole Arwood, and this is basically about how a vampire is half human, half vampire, and he has to kind of figure out his way to survive, and he goes to the academy in the Swiss Alps for the children of the wealthiest and most powerful vampires. But there's something special about Dylan, and they kind of that nobody else has, so they have to kind of figure out what it is, I suppose. I don't know too much about it, just that I got it as a pre-order because I really wanted it and I was going to do a review, and I still haven't done that yet. So I'm letting go of that one. I'm then going to let go of Just One Day by Gail Forman because I have no interest in this. I have had it since 2013 and still haven't read it. So I'm going to be letting go of this one, but this is basically about a couple who have a romantic time in Paris and heartbreak is waiting around the corner and a chance at true love. It doesn't really say much about that. It just goes, they say more about praises for If I Stay. I'm trying to promote that. But the other book that I'm going to be letting go that goes with it, so they're kind of like I think it's a duology, is Just One Year. There is Just One Night as well, which I don't have that, so it's a trilogy. Again, and this one just says about Alison and William share one magical day together in Paris before chance rips them apart, the moving and romantic companion to just one day. 24 hours can change your life, but is one day enough to find your fate? So yeah, so I have them two, and I'm going to be letting both of them go. Okay, we've all heard of the Vampire Diaries and we've seen the TV show. I've seen the TV show, but I own it on DVD as well. So I picked this up from a charity shop and I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to read it. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to read it because I've seen the TV show. I don't tend to read books if the TV show or if there's a film already of it out because I'm going to save myself time. But this is The Vampire Diaries by L.J. Smith, and this is Volume 1, Books 1 and 2 of The Awakening and the Struggle. So we all know that we have Damon and the other two that I can't remember, Elaine and Stefan, where they're kind of in a love triangle, and we have Bonnie, who's a witch, and a lot happens in the Vampire Diaries because it goes on for like, I think it's 7 or 8 seasons. I think it's 8, and I think the 100 is 7. So I think it's where I'm getting my confusion from. But yes, it's an interesting story, but just because obviously I have it, that's why I'm letting my copy go. We also have Blonde by Cecilia Hahn. This really doesn't give me much to go off on the back of it. Yeah, it's really such a short blurb that it gives me nothing to go on the back. So I really have no idea what this book is about. There is another book called Perfect, but again, I've had this since it's come out and I haven't read it. and it's basically a brand new copy, and I'm still not interested in reading it, so I'm gonna let it go. So my next book that I'm going to be letting go is The Iron Traitor by Julie Gregoire. I'm sorry if I've really mispronounced that. But I think she's carried on the Iron Fae. I'm not 100% sure where there's new books coming out. Covers are being redone, and this is an older cover. But this kind of goes on from the Iron Knight, the Iron Queen, and the Iron King. I've read the Iron King, and I want to ring, because I'm looking over here because like that's where they are, the other two. I want to finish the Iron Knight and the Iron Queen, and then I want to basically call it quits from there and be done with the series. The Alice in Wonderland theme is not really my type, and if I'm honest, it was really hard to wrap my head around this series and kind of picture what was being described. And because I struggled so much to kind of imagine the world that Julie has created, that's why I kind of struggled to read it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the other two, and then, because they are part of that series, and then just not read this one, and then just call it quits, and then I'm going to let them go altogether so they can stay together as a set. Yeah, but this, I'm assuming, would be going on into the Never Never. Yeah, so it says, after his unexpected journey into the land of the Fae, Ethan Chase just wants to get back to his normal life with his girlfriend, Kazina. But when your sister is the one of the most powerful fairies in the Never Never, normal simply isn't an option. Ethan's nephew, Kieran, is missing and on the verge of doing something unthinkable in the name of saving his own love, something that will fracture the human and fairy worlds forever. Now as Ethan and Kieran's fates entwine, or Kieran's, I think I've pronounced that wrong, I'm so sorry, entwine, and Kieran slips further into darkness, Ethan's next choice will decide the fate of them all. Yeah, so don't really have any interest, want to stop, but it is a very beautiful cover of a book because it has that old, like, detailed kind of fashion, so it is a really pretty cover. Yes, it's one of the old covers before they all got redone. The next book that I'm letting go is because I picked up from a library sale for 20p, and it's part of 3 books, but it's the second book and I don't have the first, and you can only get the first on Kindle, and I don't know if I really want to be bothered with it, so I'm literally just gonna, unhaul it. And it's The Dark Glamour by Gabriella Paisa. Here's the author's name if you'd like to see. But it's basically just about witches and stuff and magical park avenue makeover type thing. It just doesn't sound like my cup of tea, and I'm just really, I can't see myself getting into it, so I'm going to be letting that one go. Sorry. The next one I'm going to be letting go is the Kira Cass, this book. And I tried years ago reading the selection, the Elite, the one, the Air and the Crown, because they had such beautiful covers on at the time. They still have beautiful covers. But this type of book is just not my kind of thing. A family member bought this for me, and it's just not my cup of tea at all. But it's basically about love, kings, a would-be queen, and stuff. So yeah, for that reason I'm just gonna let it go. And again, it's brand new, I haven't read it, and I have no interest in reading it. The next book is the Divine Collection by Annie Dalton. So this is book 7, I think it's books 6, 7 and 8, 3 put together. But because I haven't got the other books, I'm not really going to read it. I'm not really interested. All I've gathered from it is that they are 3 angels who are, who possibly could be doing some agent stuff, and they kind of have to do things in different books to kind of thingy, just not my cup of tea. I don't even know why I picked it up from the charity shop, to be honest. I think it's because they have their two for £2, so you know you'd be saving like 25p, because if you bought a book on its own you'd be paying £1.25 instead of, you know, because if you get two you're literally saving 50p each. But I don't know, it's just an impulse buy that I kind of regret now. So I'm going to be letting that one go. And it looks like it's going to thunder outside. The next book I picked up was from a library sale and I got it for 20p. Another impulse buy that I kind of regret, even though it wasn't a lot of money, but I can pass it on, or donate it, or give it to someone else who's going to enjoy it a lot more than me. This is Red Blooded by Amanda Carlson, and this is a book about vampire, werewolves and witches, so it's kind of got all of those three. This is an adult kind of fantasy, so it's not YA or anything, but again, I just picked it up, not my cup of tea. And you've got to find the other three books as well, and I didn't want to do that, so I'm just unhauling it and letting it go. The last book I have is when the first book came out, which was Zombie Queens by Amanda. A lot of people were talking about Zombie Queens, and then she bought out Very Bad Day. Another impulse buy from the charity shop, just because it wasn't a UK edition, and I'm gonna end up letting this go just because it's not my cup of tea at all. I can hear the thunder slowly rumbling, so I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. Yeah, so it's not my cup of tea, unfortunately, so I'm going to be unhauling it. Yeah, so this is basically the last book in my unhaul, and I'm going to be letting all of these go just because I have no interest in reading them. So any support or anything will be very much appreciated. At some point this month there will be a review on this book. I just have 100 more pages left and then I'm done and I can type my review. And then my one more thing about books is that I will do a May to be read, but I'm probably going to do that in a week or two just because I want to do this. Sorry. There we go, it's rumbling. Yeah, so I've done an ASMR video, and now I want to focus on the review next, and then I've done a book related video for the ASMR channel, so that gives me 2 weeks worth of videos. So yeah, so I will do a May like to be read, and I may have read quite a few books by then, hopefully, because I'm out of my reading slump now. And then after that I'll try and do a read and wrap up. So yeah, any support again is very much appreciated to help the channel grow and become what it is. If you love games or certain types of games like story based or relaxed, then I'm the channel for you because I kind of do that type of thing. And if you love books, then I do like book hauls, book unhauls, so I haul what I get in. I'm now started doing book reviews. They take me longer because of the type of seizures I have. I forget, so I have to kind of go back and watch other people's videos and gather review information just to kind of remind myself. And then I haven't done a bookshelf tour because I don't have a bookshelf at the moment. My books are in bags in the cupboard, so that's great. But yeah, so if that's that channel, but if you like ASMR and relaxation videos, though, will be on Petal ASMR. I always try and link the two channels on different videos, either on the Petal ASMR or the Obsidian Nook. I'm also on the Nova Project weekly for film reviews, so you can catch me there under the review folder that he's done for. But any support to help grow my channel, that would mean the world to me, and thank you.